In the local news, toward the end of this news bulletin, we will be asking you if you recognise a missing man right here in Pattaya. This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. Looking at national news, the siege at the house in Bangkok's Sai Mai district, where a mentally disturbed police officer had holed up in a siege after firing his gun later at other police officers who surrounded his home, ended yesterday mid-afternoon, after he was first shot and then attempted to flee by jumping from a window armed with a knife. That didn't work, as he landed badly in a garbage area and was swiftly taken into custody. The 51-year-old had been holed up in his home for over 24 hours, after neighbours reported him firing randomly in the air. A police sergeant amongst those surrounding him had been shot, but was lucky as the bullet hit his helmet only. The Cabinet has approved a draft law which would require all firearms held by members of the public and police to be registered on a national database. As a retort to the increase in the use of firearms, often randomly and occasionally in mass killings, the concept is a fair one, but reality is that those in the criminal fraternity are still going to be easily able to access weapons. No word on penalties recommended for those who are caught without a licence. A draft extradition treaty with Russia has been approved by Thailand's government that would allow each country to ask for and receive their nationals if found on either shore. With thousands trying to move here from Russia, fleeing the military draft in effect there, it's not clear as to whether Russia would be able to demand the return of their nationals who dodged the draft. Its intention is to suppress crime, and the deal, we're told, doesn't need parliamentary approval, so could and probably will go ahead despite the upcoming election. As we reported yesterday on a container of radioactive material missing from a coal-fuelled power plant in Prachinburi, it's now clear that the cylinder went missing nearly 4 weeks ago, but was only noticed missing last Friday. The metal container holds a radioactive isotope, and it's believed that thieves stole it to resell to scrap dealers. Anyone coming into contact with it is in danger, and all Thai media is now reporting on the events that yesterday saw the investigation heightened, with an investigation command centre set up in the area and officers visiting all local scrap dealers to warn them. If simply dumped, it will eventually corrode, and the contents will spew out. Dangerous to those nearby, they're unlikely to enter the water table, but rather remain on ground level. 6 tigers have been spotted by enthusiastic wildlife experts at a sanctuary area in Kanchanaburi province, adding to speculation that they are once again breeding and living well after decades of their numbers dwindling. An increase in other wildlife numbers in the jungle there has helped, as they provide food to the tigers who once upon a time roamed much of the country, but have become nowadays a rarity. And farmers protecting the fruit of their labours, literally in Kamphaeng Phet province, are out with guns patrolling their fields of lime trees. It seems that the fruit, which has risen in retail price, has been the target of thieves, who wait until the bushes are laden and clear them after dark, leaving farmers with barren branches and very little in the way of income. The harvest for a farmer can add up to hundreds of thousands of baht, and each nowadays can sell on the markets for between 8 and 12 baht. Meanwhile at home and in Pattaya, the wife of a British man, missing here in the Pattaya region, has appealed for help from the general public. 60-year-old Alan Travis went missing 2 weeks ago, having the day before just purchased a condo in Nuglua with his wife, to whom he's been married for 20 years. This after they moved here from the UK. Alan, neither a drinker or smoker, went missing at the start of this month, and his wife has filed reports with the British Embassy and Pattaya Police. Concern is that he's said to have left the condo with a bag containing his bank books, cash and passport, but never returned. A one-off series of text messages was sent to her 2 weeks ago which don't make much sense, and she now believes that he's being held against his will. That may or may not be the case. Anyone having spotted Alan, or indeed Alan himself, is asked to contact us, and all messages will be passed on to her, the embassy and of course the police. Only here for a few weeks, Alan is said to be an introverted type and to have never disappeared before. His wife met with the fabulous team here last weekend and together we compiled a full report that was forwarded to the British Embassy then, asking that they contact the authorities to ascertain whether he'd had an accident, was in their custody, or had been reported to them in any way. To date, there's been no response to the embassy that can help locate him. Again, please, if you've seen him, contact us via Facebook or message us via the website alwayspattaya.com. Tomorrow, Friday, sees the return of the fabulous St Patrick's Day parade in the city, headed up by the local Irish contingency. 4 o'clock is the start of the St Patrick's Day Parade 2023 that travels along the beach promenade before arriving at the school sport ground adjacent to 2nd and South Pattaya roads. The event raises much-needed funds for local children's organisations. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 30 degrees dropping down to 24, a warm but overcast day. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.